Hello and welcome back to the ESEA Season 11 LAN playoffs here live from Dallas, Texas. We just watched Torqued versus Blight Zomblerz. And Torqued was able to come out on top 16-5. It was pretty impressive from them back on Nuke. And I believe the next map here, Ron, is going to be DE Contra.
Yeah, it's Contra here, and it's a complete toss-up here. I think it's one of those. It's a newer map, so both teams aren't going to be as prepared. So I think it could go either way here. Both teams obviously really skilled individually, but Torqued, they just played so impressive last map. They just completely manhandled Blight there, but not even giving them a chance, winning eco rounds, just easily winning that round. So right now they've got the momentum. Blight here, they've got to answer back. They have to. One of these players have to step up. They have to get something started, build some energy and some good vibes, because that last match, it wasn't even close.
Yeah, it was really sloppy. It felt to me like Torqued really set the precedent for how rounds were going to be played out. They kind of had that weird setup where they had that outer player just kind of floating around. Like sometimes we saw Steel up in opposite rafters. Sometimes we just saw him in lower on the off chance that Blight Zomblerz made it down, the vents down to lower.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they were really able to kind of control and dictate the match as a whole, and Blight Zomblerz wasn't able to really adapt to that. Maybe Blight Zomblerz is more comfortable with their own strats, and they're less comfortable with kind of dealing with the problems and situations at hand and adjusting accordingly.
Yeah, I agree. Blight, they recognized that Torqued was playing the same setup every single round. There was 3 upper, 2 ramp, and they were leaving 1 just rotating around, and they left outside open the entire match. And Blight couldn't adjust to it. I don't know. One of the players should have, said something. Hey, look, they're not playing outside. Let's try to utilize that to our advantage. Maybe you could put some of the blame on the strat caller for not stepping up and calling an audible. Maybe being a little bit too stubborn because they ran too many strats into upper, and Torqued had 3 there every single time. So they were able to easily take that CT half 11-4.
My question to you then is, since I'm so inexperienced with Contra, is there a setup similar to that kind of off-balance setup where you can move one of your CTs over to like stack another side that's kind of equivalent? Is there something like what Torqued did CT side on Nuke that they can really do here?
Well, not really. This map's really standard. It's like Dust 2.
It seems super straightforward. It's kind of like a 3-lane middle left right.
Yeah.
Kind of deal like very Dust 2-y.
Yeah, it is Dust 2. It's similar in Dust 2 because the sites are so far apart. So you have to keep 2 in each site because there's 2 entryways into every single site.
Right.
So you have 2 in each site, and then you have 1 holding that middle down. And it's really crucial that middle player stays alive, because if he dies, then it opens up the heart of the map, and then the terrorists can run through any. It's like Dust 2 middle. If they give him middle and catwalk, they can just really separate and isolate the CT side. So most of the time, we're going to see 2-on-2s set up on CT.
It does look like we have all 10 members of both teams together up here in the server. We will be going live here shortly.
Yeah, here we go. We're going live on 3, so if you can get inside the game here. Looks like Blight is starting off CT side.
Very interesting. So now it's Blight's turn to really set up that precedent for a super strong CT side. I'm wondering how confident they are after that loss there on Nuke. As Torqued, I'm sure, there wasn't too much downtime between these 2 maps. I'm sure they still have plenty of heat under their butts, kind of making them jump up in their seats ready to go. Maybe a little bit more on point than Blight Zomblerz, but we're going to have to see how this round pans out because it's going to really set up the whole match, the whole match's future. As we see 4 of the T's here from Torqued, ready to start moving over towards the B-bomb site. Sauce spawning out what's going on here from the sewer side. A couple of nades coming out. Flashes coming in as well. Sauce really trying to put up some sort of defense here. But he is completely alone on this side of the site. He does hear that the bomb is being planted. He's at least able to scare off one of the defenders for that bomb. But the bomb will be planted in this site, and still all 10 members of this game are completely alive. Classified able to change that, taking down Steel real quick. Sauce finally able to come in up and get Frost. Frost was checking his hard left, unfortunately. completely wrong side. Dazed able to get classified here. Now in the 2 versus 2 situation, Sauce trying to do some damage here, but his teammate Devour going down at the hands of Dazed. Sauce able to make it a 1 versus 1, but Dazed able to get 3 full frags that round and win this first pistol round from Torqued.
Yeah, and Sauce there, he had a good opportunity to make a play, maybe delay that bomb plan a little bit, but Blight there doing a good job. I'm sorry, Torque there doing a good job throwing a flash in there and flashing Sauce off, and he couldn't make a play.
Yeah, totally. It really delayed him, and then unfortunately for Frost wasn't able to take him out. So Steel, or Sauce was able to get at least a frag before going down. Torque now in position here to make a move and to build some momentum here against Zomblerz. Taking it nice and easy. Don't want to be losing any of these guns too early. They have 2 MP5s, 2 Gleals, and a USP versus all 5 Deagles coming up from Blight Zomblerz. Steel in middle, taking a shot there at that window room with the Gleal. A couple of return shots there from Classified. Was able to get him down to at least 80 health there. That's Steel. Classified at 72. Really tough to try to control this middle here, looks like, with the Deagle. He's not doing too bad trying to fend off Steel's Galil. As TCK is going to be throwing some flashes out there from Frost. Frost able to make it out of the upper A part of the bomb site. Or going into the little connector area there, checking out CT spawn. Steel going down. That's actually going to be bombed down by the hands of Heatwave. The bomb is down in the site. Shouldn't be too hard for Torque to get down there real quick and grab it, though. And TCK will get it, doing that default plant for upper. Again, really hard to try to defuse against that plant, given that upper A hallway is just such a great spot to cover it from. Heatwave's going to be backing up here with the Deagle, trying to maybe either find a gun that's already down or claim a gun of his own. So definitely going to be a score of 2-0 in favor of Torqued right off the bat. TCK able to find a Heatwave as the clock was winding down. Blight Zomblerz definitely unable to buy at this point in the game. Torque getting ready for some sort of A split here. Heatwave, King of the Hill, and CTZ spawn. Torque ready to hit out of upper A. A couple of flashes come out. 4 members of Torque going to be bombing the site right now. Frost going to duck here in the default spot, get that bomb down once again. Pretty much a repeat of what was happening last round exactly. They're still completely alive. They do have triple Deagles, but all they're really going to be able to do here is try to make a push together and get some guns down. It is actually a 4 versus 3 though, and they are grouped up fairly well. Now it is down to a 2 versus 3. Ryan only with 8 health. Now he's last man standing. Not that bad of a push actually from Zomblerz.
Yeah, not bad there. They had a really good opportunity with that flank. They picked up the Galil. Unfortunately, Torque, they were able to adapt there and watch that flank, and they just put too many players flanking 3 there. Maybe it was only 2, then they could have been able to squeeze and retake that bomb site. So right now, Blight, they've been losing a lot of rounds in a row. I think that's they've lost 19 of 14 now, going back to the last match. So they need something here to get back into it, because right now it's just been a losing streak.
Yep, and this gun round will be able to serve as the proving point for them if they do want to come back here and push Torque into a wall. Heatwave able to take out Monty early on in this first gun round here on Contra. Still able to take out Heatwave by terms of a nade. Dazed, bomb in hand, over towards the B bomb site, but still sort of a little bit back there towards T-spawn. Devour off in hand there in the sand. Dazed taking it nice and easy, making sure no one's pushing up towards the sand area. Frost's going to be creeping up here. Steel's going to be doing a number there onto Devour. I think that's definitely a CT they were worried about there. Close in the sand, and Steel's going to go down lower into the sewers and pick up a second as well. There goes Classified. It's now a 4 versus 2 situation as Steel moves back up. Is able to trap Sauce with his teammate there. Daze is finally going to be able to get the bomb down. Ryan hears that as he's left alone in this 1 versus 3. Bomb has just been planted. Excellent flash there. Landed on the feet of Ryan. They don't know that Ryan's there yet exactly. A couple of flashes coming out from him. Now they're definitely, certainly aware of that. As Steel is just able to pick up a huge round, proving why he's such a good leader and why he's playing for MTW internationally online from North America. A huge gun round from Torque here in the upper bracket.
Yeah, and Steel making plays there. They're just crept up. They took that connector area. I didn't see anyone there. Steel catching one off guard. So once you push up comfortably and you advance into the defense really far, well, there's that comfort spot where if you push up a little bit, you feel uncomfortable. So don't push up. Just wait and burn out the time. And sometimes you'll catch the CTs getting impatient, and you'll hear them running around, and that's when you can capitalize.
Zomblerz back on another Deagle save here. Zomblerz do typically have pretty strong Deagle saves, actually. I haven't seen many of them for this team on Contra yet, so they can be very map dependent, but still, a Deagle's a Deagle. I won't even comment about the strength of the source Deagle. Don't worry. Sauce boosted up here, ready for the entry there at B. He does have to watch out for across that stack of boxes, though. Devour's going to be in a great position here to at least get one, and he will get that trade before finally being taken out by Frost. Torque is actually down in numbers here, 4-3. Frost is all the way in CT spawn here, actually jumping out of the window here with a teammate into the sand. TCK going to be throwing a great flash there. Classified going to have to be shooting blind. TCK's flash going to be paying off. Classified able to take him out, no problem, equalizing the numbers 3-3. Sauce has pushed out. He knows that that aggressive side of B is completely clear. He might be in great position to get Monty here, who has that op and the bomb. If Sauce plays this right, his timing can be great. Sauce getting smoked out a little bit. Going to be bolting out. Almost be able to get the bomb down. He will actually get the bomb down. It's now a 2 versus 2 situation. TCK getting down. Heatwave. Sauce left alone with 4 health. Took him a little bit too long to get that bomb planter, in my opinion, there. It's going to be 5 rounds in a row here from Torque as we move into round 6. 136 ADR from the captain, Steel. Lowest ADR on Torque being from Daze at 57. Ryan getting 13 ADR right now for Zomblerz. Zomblerz really needs to make a move here. They do have a couple of guns now. Daze moving up here with the op. Trying to figure out what's going on. It's currently a 4-on-4. TCK still has the bomb in hand. Looks like the exchange was up here in the A site. Daze looking there with his op. Heatwave working around here. Really slow round here from both teams, but Blind Zomblerz able to hang on to the numbers so far in terms of who's alive. But still, they've been able to do that for most early round, but then at about the 30-second mark, Torque flip-flops everything. So Heatwave trying to change things in terms of that. 68 HP here. We'll take out Monty. 2 versus 4. Bomb still in hand. Actually, the bomb is going to be going down by TCK. Daze able to take out Heatwave. 1 versus 3 situation. 10 seconds left on the clock. Bomb is down in the site. He will pick up the bomb. Able to get a huge shot off there, but only 5 seconds left. Really great 2K there. As long as the last remaining member of Blight Zomblerz hides, he will. And that's going to be the first round win there for Blight.
Yeah, nice round there by Daze. Even though they were going to lose a round, he took out 3 members there, so he took a lot of inventory out of there and Right now, Blight, we're going to check out their money and see what it's like.
Yeah, it's looking like, Steel's got that 8,700. And Blight Zomblerz now with a minimum of $3,500, so not too bad. Each team going to be fully equipped for this round. Here in the hands of Monty. Over towards the B side, eating some bullets through the boxes there. And Monty's basically all the way up here in the B site, just trying to dodge all these flashes. This is the whitest screen I have ever seen. Laying down the smoke here. Trying so hard to get the bomb down. Now a 2 versus 2 situation. Steel and Monty left alone, but remember, Monty took so much damage early on in the round. Heatwave's going to finalize that kill. It's now all left up to Steel, the captain for Torque. 1 versus 2 situation. The bomb is planted. He's in the correct site here at B. Trying to use some smoke as cover, but Heatwave turns that corner. It almost might have been better if Steel didn't throw that smoke and maybe have just been a little bit more patient and used his anonymity there to his advantage.
Yeah, it was a good play there, except that smoke was a detriment to him. And unfortunately, his teammate had planted behind this box. If he had gotten it over on this side, Steel could have easily won that round. I was using this location to his advantage. So, but when your screen's that wide and you're just stuck in the bomb site like that, all you want to try to do is secure the bomb plant.
Yep, great efforts from Monty last round, getting that bomb down at least, securing a couple of bucks, allowing Torque to buy full deagles this round. Torque is currently leading 5-2. We will likely see that change as it's now left all up to 1 versus 5. Ryan on the deagle. Guy's got one of his own. Coming up getting 3 frags that round. Score is now 5-3. Again, this is the second map here. Contra, first half of this best of 3 series. We did just see Torque beat Blight Zomblerz on Nuke 16-5. So if Torque is able to win this map, they will advance to the next round of the upper bracket, excuse me. And the loser here, or excuse me, if Blight Zomblerz loses, they will be sent to the lower bracket. Frost looking for that default offing position in there. But unfortunately will be double zoomed on a grenade coming at his face like a magnet. Heatwave on to Frost. Now a 4 versus 4. Everybody's ready to go. Full guns for everybody. Steel unable to do that quick peek and get past Devour there. Would actually eat a bullet to the chest. Very tight angle, but Devour capitalizing on his reflexes. 3 versus 3 now as Monty levels the playing field, taking down Classified. Bomb in hand of Monty, low HP near the B bomb site. We've seen it before, we can see it again. Getting all the way into the bomb site and getting it down. Devour just missing that headshot. But connecting the second right there onto Dazed. And Blight Zomblerz looks like they're making their return here.
Yeah, Blight's starting to pick it up now. Torqued. They're getting in decent positions. They actually got the first pick there last round. And then afterwards, they need to fall back, regroup, run into a secondary strat. But instead, they let the Blight team even up the numbers and just getting picked off one by one. So Torqued here, I want to look for an execution strat. I don't like this just running around a kind of frag type thing. When you have a 5-4 lead, they need to just regroup and run one solid strat that they know they have and give themselves a good chance of setting up and getting the bomb down.
3 members of Torque here moved all the way up middle. And Steel is looking in CT spawn over towards the A side. It will be there's actually all 4 members of Torque here in middle. Devour getting 2 huge deagle frags. Before getting taken down by Frost. Steel then onto Sauce now on a 2 versus 2 situation. Bomb still in the hand of Frost. Classified over at B. Steel now working his way towards middle with his boy Frost, who has the bomb. Anybody's guess which way they're going to split now? Classified, though, right on their trail. And CT spawn, and he's turning back around to check the B site. and he was just out of position there. Unfortunately, he had to have the responsibility of looking at both B and CT spawn, and he was just barely out of position trying to flip back around watching B. Now all left up to Heatwave. The 1 versus 2, definitely winnable. Full health. Keep in mind, Frost has an op, and he out-ops him with his AK. Steel now in the predictable sewer position. Heatwave burns his flashes. Oh, excuse me, Steel is actually down by the stairway to the sand area. Steel coming up all the way into the bomb site, and Heatwave is going to win that 1 versus 1. What was Steel thinking?
He must have thought he was on the defuse.
Oh, did he flick it?
I don't know. I don't think he flicked it, but well, he must have. Otherwise,
I'm
that
not sure
or Steel. He didn't flick it, and Steel thought he couldn't hear him defuse, and he couldn't see the bomb. So he knew he was in that position, so he said, hey, I'm just going to be the aggressive player. I'm going to flash and just take the fight to him.
So unfortunate for Steel, especially here at LAN. There's so much stuff going on around you. You can't always hear every single detail in game. So very likely that he was concerned for not being able to hear that defuse. So nice try from Steel. Unfortunately, he will lose that 1v1, and the score will be all tied up here at 5-5 in the first half of Contra. Dazed opening up onto Sauce early on. Classified going down, and Frost hitting a huge shot onto Heatwave. A couple of flashes coming out from TCK. Looks like they're going to be working the bottom part of this A bomb site. TCK will go into the site uncontested, be able to get that default plant off. Not before Steel calls some comms that Ryan's around, but he will finish that kill himself. 5 members of Torque left here alive in round number 11. As the bomb starts ticking away here, Devour left all alone. Gotta be saving that, oh no, he's only got that Deagle.
Yeah, he does, he should have an AWP.
Oh, he does have an op?
Yes. And Blight, they're really fortunate that last round. They really got away with that, and Torque doing a good job responding back. If they can take this gun away from Devour, it'd be absolutely huge.
Devour pretty blind here. Unable to connect with the Deagle yet. Devour going to be going down there. And Torque finally breaking that 5-round streak there from Blight. Let's take a look at the money. Heatwave for Blight has about 10K. Able to drop a couple of his teammates there for sure. As actually they'll just be buying a couple of Deagles. Definitely the richer guys will be doing that. Trying to balance out all of their money evenly. Torque though, definitely some seriously experienced players. Not going to be working too quickly. Got to kind of feel out Blight Zomblerz first. Ooh, and Daze going down to Classified. Huge Deagle shot from him. Bomb in the hand of TCK. Steel eating a bunch of damage himself. He will take down Heatwave though finally. Sauce getting Monty. It's actually a 3 versus 4. And Steel is really low. Bomb is still up. TCK in the bomb site over at A. Going to be able to get this plant down. It's a 4 versus 2 though. Now a 4 versus 1. Blight Zomblerz, what a huge save round this is for them. 3 Deagles and the op coming in. They actually have 2 ops now. Steel trying to do everything he can, trying to defend this defuse, but it's planted on the other side of those boxes. And Zomblerz with just a huge, huge retaliation there.
Yeah, and they needed that. They can't let Torque run away with this half. They can't let him win this half, actually. Blight, I think they need to finish out the rest of these rounds 9-6 to give them a good chance to win. Torque they did win the first map 16-5, I believe, on Nuke, or 16-4. So it's good to see Devour and Heatwave stepping up and trying to win the second map.
Yep, definitely proving their worth. We took a look there over at the ADR, brought to us by the ESEA broadcast app. A wonderful tool. Thank you, Jaguar. Devour going to be scouting out here at upper A with the teammate. Zomblerz in position here, leading in numbers 5-3. Frost and Monty already been taking a bit of damage here too. Daze flipping around here with the op. And Torque just looks pinned down. Daze really has to get a pick here if Torque wants to make any sort of move at making this round a possible win. 45 seconds left on the clock. Jumping up onto that box, trying to get a better view. Frost ready with his op. Up at upper. A couple of flashes are going to be coming out from Daze, and surely we'll see Torque make some sort of move here. They do see a player from Zomblerz in the sand. Ryan coming out strong. Was hiding there at upper. Daze going to be falling down here into the sewers. And Heatwave going to be laying down a couple of bullets of his own. As A looks like it's completely closed. Daze actually being able to hit a shot. Not before Heatwave able to take down Monty. Now it's a 1 versus 3. Dazed with the op in hand. Going to be using that water to run a little bit faster there. And going to go ahead and save this op. Score is now 7-6 in favor of Blight Zomblerz.
Torqued again, they're falling into that pitfall where they just kind of sit around and kind of basically rely on their oppers to make plays for them. And the other players are just sitting around stale, not being able to do anything. They're not really working together towards an objective. They're just relying too much on these oppers. So they need to get to a certain position and they need to execute. They need to do a strategy together as a team, give them a decent chance to plant the bomb. Instead, they're just getting picked apart one by one.
We've seen a lot of buys like this one that Torque is using here. One member that has a whole bunch of cash will actually buy an op while the rest of the team will save. We've seen it work here in the past today. So a couple of Deagles, a couple of Glocks, and that op. Ooh, such a close shot there coming in from Daze, but right after that miss, Heatwave was just waiting for that sound. He will peek on Daze, take him out completely. At least Steel was able to pick up that op. As Ryan's actually really close here in middle. Right over the corpse of Dazed. Ooh, flipping right around. Frost was just poking at Classified's butt there, but Classified quick on that 180. Probably flicked his keyboard there with his mouse. Certainly a 5 versus 3 situation in favor of Zomblerz.
I've actually done that before. I've jammed my finger to the keyboard. Just one of those panic reactions.
Dude, it sucks.
It's a gamer injury.
I know, man. We go down. We go down hard. Steel left. Only 35 health. And 3 seconds left on the clock. This is going to be another round win here for Zomblerz. Steel at least able to walk away with Daze op. As Zomblerz isn't doing half bad now. They did have some momentum in earlier rounds. Then they, they lost all momentum coming into this game against Torque's early round wins. Then they won a couple of rounds of their own. Torque then shut down that streak, or at least broke it, and then Zomblerz was just like, yeah, you happen to get one round out of our streak. Well, we ain't done yet. And they're still putting forth rounds, so great from them. This is going to be the last round for the first half here on Contra. Again, Torque did win the last map over on Nuke, 16-5. Classified boosted up here in a great spot in B. Able to see two members of Torque here. But TCK looking up, checking the sky. Probably heard a bird or something, wanted to make sure he knew what kind it was. Taking a peek up there. Able to see that boost, so unfortunate. He was totally in position there to get the bomb down. All 5 members of Torque will still be alive here as the bomb goes ticking away. Ryan working around here in the back hall. Will likely be challenged by TCK here. Yep, going to be shooting TCK a little bit in the butt, but TCK able to get devoured before going down to the hands of Ryan, and Daze hitting that shot once again. Really big headshot there. The score for that first half is going to be 8-7 in favor of Blight Zomblerz.
Yeah, Blight Zomblerz made a decent comeback there. They were able to finish that half off and take it. And it's going to come down to this pistol. I believe who wins this pistol is going to take the match. These teams are so momentum-based. I just feel like every time we've seen them play, you know, whoever wins the first round will usually put a bunch of rounds together. So right now, Blight, they're trying to stay in the upper bracket here. Again, this is the second map of the upper bracket, and Torque won the first map on Nuke. So if Torque wins this, they will push Blight into the lower bracket, and Blight needs to win this half in order to force a third